Anyone here who would be able to tell me whose famous quote is this? Any volunteer? Okay, so not wasting much time, I would be giving you a very, very good hint so that you are able to tell me. It is the person or a very great personality who is also known as Missile Man. So anyone here?
APJ
Abdul Kalam.
Abdul Kalam.
APJ
APJ
Abdul
Abdul
Kalam.
Kalam.
APJ Abdul
APJ
Kalam.
Abdul Kalam.
Very good.
APJ Abdul
Okay. So yeah, it is he, the none other than the Dr. Honorable APJ Abdul Kalam gave this quote that great dreamers are always transcendent. He is a personality who has played a different types of role in his life. One man with different role. He was a scientist. He was in social worker. He was an engineer. He was a professor. He was an author. He was a president. And adding to it, he was a great human. His birthplace was Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. His education background was aerospace engineer at MIT Chennai. He also worked as a leader in DRDO and ISRO. So, telling you guys, I'm not here to discuss his life journey, but I'm here to discuss what were the important decisions that made him so admirable. What were the important decisions that we think him as a hero? His life was also not very simple. His life was like a roller coaster ride. So yeah, the Honorable APJ Abdul Kalam took many decisions throughout his life, which were proved to be turning point in his life, which not only affected positively his life, but also the people's living around him. So I would like Ashish to go ahead.
Good afternoon and my namaskar to each and everyone. This is Ashish Dikshit, a direct entry student, having some hobbies like singing and playing instruments and many more from Balangir, Odisha. Now, I would like to thank you, our session leader Hridesh Sarji, and as well as my leader and one of my good friend Harshita ji for having me, for giving me this golden opportunity to speak some words on the great personality, the 11th president of the great India, the missile man of India, that is none other than Mr. and Dr. Abul Pakir Jainuluddin Abdul Kalam. Now, one of his sayings is, सपने वो नहीं होते जो हमें सोते हुए देखते हैं. I repeat this, सपने वो नहीं होते जो हम सोते हुए देखते हैं, सपने वो हैं जो हमें सोने नहीं देते. So I will be continuing with my topic, and my topic I got on the basis of some effective decision taken by Mr. Kalamji is, he was being appointed as senior scientific assistant at ADE, that is Aeronautical Development Establishment, in 1961. Now, speaking about this topic, it was by quirk of fate that APJ Abdul Kalam ji joined the Aeronautical Development Establishment of the DRDO, that is Defense Research Development Organization, in 1960. He began his career by designing a small helicopter for the Indian Army. But as Kalam would recall later, it was his coming into contact with the renowned space scientist Dr. Vikram Sarabhai that was to be a crucial turning point in his personal and professional life. Now, this was the first turning point of Kalam ji's life was in 1961. He was the chief designer of a overcraft as a senior scientific assistant at Aeronautical Development Establishment, and he was appointed as a rocket engineer at the newly formed ISRO in 1962. Now, saying this, I will just say that Kalam ji is a personality. Kalam ji एक ऐसे personality हैं जिनको हम शब्दों में सिर्फ नहीं बयां कर सकते. And with this, now thanking you all to listen me, I, Ashish Dikshit, would like to pass my topic to Kaushik. Thank you. That's all.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, all of you. Myself, Kaushik Khan. I am also a direct entry student, and I graduated last year from BCom. And I want to tell you about India's missile program 1982. The project is started in 1982 and 83 under the leadership of Abdul Kalam, who oversaw its ending in 2008. अब्दुल कलाम जी ने एक प्रोग्राम स्टार्ट करा था, इंडियन मिसाइल प्रोग्राम, 1982 उसको डेवलप, और वो एंड हुआ था 2008 में। तो 4 मिसाइल्स ऐसी थी जो जो अब्दुल कलाम जी ने डेवलप करी थी। तो कोई बता सकता है उसका नाम, किसी को याद होगा तो?
त्रिशूल मिसाइल।
अग्नि, आकाश, अग्नि, आकाश और 5 मिसाइल।
पृथ्वी,
पृथ्वी और एक
त्रिशूल त्रिशूल
त्रिशूल।
और एक था।
I guess पटना was the something करके उसका
कुछ
abbreviation.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I will tell you all of you. First is पृथ्वी, शॉर्ट रेंज सरफेस टू सरफेस मिसाइल। इसको शॉर्ट रेंज सरफेस टू सरफेस मिसाइल कहा जाता था, इसका कोड वर्ड था पृथ्वी। सेकंड थी शॉर्ट रेंज लो लेवल सरफेस टू एयर मिसाइल, जिसका नाम था त्रिशूल। एंड थर्ड वन इज मीडियम रेंज सरफेस टू एयर मिसाइल, जिसका कोड वर्ड था आकाश। एंड द फोर्थ वन इज थर्ड जनरेशन एंटी टैंक मिसाइल, जिसका कोड नेम था नाग। तो हम इसको ब्रीफली अब एक्सप्लेन करेंगे कि क्या क्या था। पृथ्वी, पृथ्वी क्या होती है इंग्लिश में, अपन इसको क्या कहा जाता है पृथ्वी को? अर्थ, यस, ओके। सो पहले अपन पृथ्वी के बारे में जानेंगे, पृथ्वी मिसाइल के बारे में। द पृथ्वी मिसाइल इज अ फैमिली ऑफ टैक्टिकल सरफेस टू सरफेस शॉर्ट रेंज बैलिस्टिक मिसाइल, ऐसा भी हम जिसको कहा जा रहा था। ये इंडिया की फर्स्ट इंडिजिनियसली डेवलप्ड बैलिस्टिक मिसाइल थी, जिसको अब्दुल कलाम जी के अंडर गाइडेंस में 1983 में डेवलप किया गया था। ठीक, अब सेकंड है त्रिशूल। त्रिशूल आप एंशिएंट टाइम में सुनेंगे, त्रिशूल का मतलब क्या होता है? कैन एनीवन टेल मी?
वो एक वेपन था जो ट्रेडिशनल टाइम में यूज होता था टू इन द वॉर्स एंड ऑल।
यस यस यस, करेक्ट। तो अब त्रिशूल के बारे में जानेंगे। त्रिशूल is the name of a short range surface to air missile developed by India as a part of the integrated guided missile development program। इसकी जो रेंज थी वो 12 किलोमीटर की थी, और जो इसका वार हेड रहता है वो 5.5 यानी 5.5 kg का वेट था। डिजाइन टू बी यूज्ड अगेंस्ट द लोएस्ट लेवल टारगेट्स एट अ शॉर्ट रेंज, ये शॉर्ट रेंज के लिए ज्यादातर यूज होती थी। और अब आएंगे हम थर्ड वाली में, आकाश। आकाश मीन्स
Sky.
okay. Akash is a medium-range surface-to-air missile developed as a part of India's Integrated Guided Missile Development Program. Indian Guided Missile Development Program का ही part है to achieve self-sufficiency in the area of a surface-to-air missiles. It is the most expensive missile project ever undertaken by the Indian government in the 20th century. 20th century में जो सबसे expensive मिसाइल जो आई थी वो ये आकाशी थी। एंड द फोर्थ वन इज नाग। नाग, इंडियाज नाग तो हर कोई जानता है, कोबरा जिसको कहा जाता है इंडियन कल्चर में। नाग इज इंडियाज थर्ड जनरेशन फायर एंड फॉरगेट एंटी टैंक मिसाइल। इट इज एन ऑल ओवर द वेदर टॉप अटैक मिसाइल विद द रेंज ऑफ 3 to 7 किलोमीटर। 3 से 7 किलोमीटर के रेंज में टॉप अटैक करने के लिए काम आती थी। द मिसाइल यूजेस एन 8 kg हाई एक्सप्लोसिव एंटी टैंक हिट and warhead capable of defeating modern armor including explosive, reactive armor and composite armor। एक कोट्स याद आया है सर का, अब्दुल कलाम सर का, मैं सुनाना चाहूंगा आप सभी को। अब्दुल कलाम सर कहते थे, स्माइल इज द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी एंड लाइफ इज अ बैटरी। स्माइल इज द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी एंड लाइफ इज अ बैटरी। whenever you smile the battery gets charged and a beautiful day is activated। So all of you keep smiling, and that's all। And now I will invite Ashi to tell about the APJ Abdul Kalam sir। Thank you।
Hello everyone, myself Ashi. As my group are telling about the turning point of life of APJ Abdul Kalam, so I will tell you turning point of his Abdul Kalam as a scientific advisor at DRDO। APJ Abdul Kalam started his career at DRDO after graduating from Madras Institute of Technology। He joined the Aeronautical Development Establishment of the Defense Research and Development Organization as a scientist after becoming a member of Defense Research and Development Organization। Kalam has also won the prestigious Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan for his contribution to ISRO and DRDO, as well for his role as a scientific advisor to the Government of India. During his tenure at DRDO, Kalam directed two projects, namely Project Devel and Project Valiant, which aimed at developing ballistic missile from the technology of SLV program. Kalam also played an instrumental role in developing missiles like Agni and Prithvi under IGMDP, of which he was the chief executive. Reusable rockets for India's space program, which was his next big project. A quote was given by APJ Abdul Kalam was famous, which I'm showing you. Every pen gives a lesson, and every lesson changes a person. He lives on the basis of this quote. Over to you, Shivangi.
Thank you so much, Archie. Namaste, my name is Shivangi. I am from Mumbai, and I've completed my graduation this year, and I'm opting for direct entry now. So the fourth turning point in Abdul Kalam sir's life, May 1974. India's first nuclear test was conducted in Rajasthan, Pokhran, which was an unsuccessful one. Then till 1998, no nuclear test took place in India. 1998, the brain behind the nuclear test. You can see Kalam sir on the Pokhran test. The picture is given in this slide. After specializing in aeronautic engineering from Madras Institute of Technology, Kalam sir joined DRDO. He was the scientific advisor of Defense Ministry of India. Receiving the spy satellite of United States, spy satellites could track each and every movement of every country, whatever they are doing, whatever they are practicing in their country. This was done by US. This was the major failure, major reason of the failure of the first Pokhran test. Then Kalam sir took very good care of this point, which helped us to get success in the second Pokhran test, which was undertaken in 1998. Next slide, please. May 11, 2015, our missile man of India tweeted that today I remember the hot day of 1998 at Pokhran, when the most of the world was sleeping and India emerged in nuclear era. Raj Chengappa, a famous author, wrote a book called Weapon of Peace, also mentioned the Pokhran incident and appreciated the 58 well-trained and specialized engineers to give a best era of nuclear energy to our country. Over to Krishna ji.
Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Very good afternoon to Mr. Hidesh Chauhan sir, and hello buddies. I hope you are doing well. I am Krishna, here direct entry student, and I want to share some of my non-academic achievement also. I am a martial arts trainer, trained from Master Nilkant Sahu, and I have an international training degree from the famous Japanese personality Tadashi Ishikawa. The main intention of our association is to organize martial arts training camp across all over the country to provide self-defense training to all the person, so that they can become fit from mind as well as from their physical. And we organize a special self-defense training for girls also, as we know in today's era how girls are exposed to atrocities, so that they can develop self-confidence in themselves and they can fight their own battle, and so that they can tackle any critical situation in their life. So that's about my non-academic part. Let's come to the topic. So I'm going to highlighting one of the important turning point of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, which not only impact his own life but also has a great impact on our economy. So just wait. Where is my PPT? Somebody please. Somebody please show the PPT of my point. Yeah, okay.
Please help.
After the retirement from DRDO, Dr. Kalam was appointed as the first ever principal scientific advisor to the government of India from November 1999 to November 2001. So let us understand what is this principal scientific advisor, shortly written PSA. Principal scientific advisor was a cabinet rank position at that time, but currently it has some other position. It was changed. So the person belong to this cabinet rank position, largely responsible for to assist scientific cross-sectoral synergy across ministry, institutions, and the industry. So guys, we can know how Abdul Kalam was productive in his work, as he is contributing his work in all these three sectors. So please change the slide. Due to his service period, Dr. Kalam supported his committees for master planning regarding defense, agriculture, information technology, and healthcare system. So guys, here we come to know that how Dr. Abdul Kalam was productive in his work and he also very flexible. No doubt, he is very productive and he is also very flexible in all types of his work related to his professional life. He made his contribution in each and every aspect of our economy. His extraordinary endeavor and contribution towards the field of defense, agriculture, information technology, and health care system has greatly benefited our economy. So, the turning point of Dr. Abdul Kalam, what implies us that how he has taken constructive decision in his life, which not only benefited the accomplishment of his own personal goals, but it has also resulted in the fruitfulness of our economy, of our whole economy also. Last but not the least, under this esteemed post, that is scientific principal advisor, he was also responsible for evolving policies, strategies, and mission for many development programs. So guys, what I derive from this turning point, I have got some positive affirmation from this turning point of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and I want to share that positive affirmations with you. So guys, make your ears very sharp. Don't wait for the opportunities. I'm repeating, don't wait for the opportunities. Just grab the opportunities. You will definitely get success in the path of your life. Thank you. I would like to thank to Mr. Hidesh Chauhan for inspiring us in this session, and also our two coordinators, Sunana Didi and Priyanka ji, because without them we cannot succeed in this interactive presentation. And I would also like to give a big thanks to my team members who supported me a lot. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'll continue. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, good morning, respected sir, and all my fellow future CA friends. Myself, Srishti Mundada. I'm from Pune, and I'm into sports. I play badminton, throw ball for my college. And today I'm going to speak on APJ Abdul Kalam sir's turning point when he was a professor at Anna University. So it is basically a story. So I'll start. So on 10th June 2002, APJ Abdul Kalam sir were enjoying their normal life at Anna University, teaching and surrounded by students. And तभी उनको एक call आता है, and the voice on the other end says, PM wants to talk to you. And then he was immediately connected to Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, and he said, Kalam, how's your academic life? So Kalam sir replied to this, It is fantastic, sir. Then Vajpayee sir continued and said कि आज एक special meeting हुई थी and there's a big news for you and we all have decided majoritarily, like majority से decide हुआ है that nation needs you as its राष्ट्रपति. एंड ये बिग एंड उनको ये अनाउंस करना है टुनाइट, तो उनको डिसीजन जानना था कि कलाम सर का इस पर डिसीजन क्या है. एंड उन्होंने ये भी मेंशन किया था कि आपको हाई बोलना है, मुझे ना नहीं सुनना है. और तो ये बहुत बड़ा डिसीजन था, तो कलाम सर थोड़े शॉक एंड सरप्राइज थे एंड उन्होंने फिर बोला कि मुझे 2 घंटे दे दो, मैं 2 घंटे में आपको बता देता हूँ. एंड फिर नेक्स्ट 2 आवर्स कलाम सर ने कंटिन्यूस उनके क्लोज फ्रेंड्स लाइक 20 से 30 कॉल्स किए उनके क्लोज फ्रेंड्स को. एंड आफ्टर ऑल दिस कॉल्स 2 व्यूज आए. वन वॉज कि ही वॉज एंजॉइंग हिज लाइफ एज अ प्रोफेसर एट अन्ना यूनिवर्सिटी एंड जो उनका पैशन भी था एंड उनका लव भी था कि उनको स्टूडेंट्स के साथ ही रहना है. एंड सेकेंड वॉज कि दिस इज एन अपॉर्चुनिटी for bringing in front of the nation and the parliament जो उनका the India 2020 vision था, so he should grab this opportunity. So after 2 hours he was again connected to Mr. Vajpayee ji and after on asking कि आपको क्या decision है, so he said I consider this to be a very important mission and I would like to join the all member candidate. तो जैसे ही उनका डिसीजन हुआ 15 मिनट्स में ये न्यूज़ पूरे कंट्री में फैल गई एंड उनको फिर बहुत सारे कॉल्स आने लग गए, उनकी सिक्योरिटी बढ़ा दी गई एंड बहुत लोग उनको विजिट कर रहे थे. एंड देन ऑन 18 जून प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस हुआ और सब पेपर वर्क उन्होंने किए कंप्लीट किया. 18 जुलाई को ज़्यादा वोट से वो सिलेक्ट हो गए, ही वॉज इलेक्टेड एंड 25 जुलाई को इट वॉज ऑफिशियली डिक्लेयर्ड एज द 11th president and 25th July 2002 से 25th July 2007 तक वो president थे. Okay, that's it. I'll over to Garvi.
Thank you, Srishti. Namaste, Ritesh sir, and namaste to all my team members and co-hosts. I would like to say another turning point of APJ Abdul Kalam. Turning point was rejecting presidential nomination and focusing on India's vision in 2020. So I think ये हम सबका बहुत फेवरेट टर्निंग पॉइंट था उनकी लाइफ का, जिससे हमें बहुत कुछ सीखने मिलता है. एक्चुअली अब्दुल कलाम जी के बारे में अगर हम कुछ बोले तो पूरा दिन भी कम पड़ सकता है, बट स्टिल at the end of his political tenure as a president, everyone was asking for the second term, but he took a conscious decision to go back to a career in academical and resource and continue to work with passion for transforming India into an economical developed nation. So उनका एक स्लोगन था, उनका एक कोट था जो उन्होंने बहुत पहले लिखा था, बट जो कि आज हम इस पैंडेमिक में रिलेट कर सकते हैं. दैट इज इन हिंदी, सो आई वुड लाइक टू से दैट बीमारी खरगोश की तरह आती है और कछुए की तरह जाती है, जबकि पैसा कछुए की तरह आता है और खरगोश की तरह चला जाता है. सो एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम जी से हमें सीखने के लिए बहुत कुछ है. मतलब हम अपनी लाइफ को, उनकी सारी एक एक सेकंड हम अपनी लाइफ में रिलेट कर सकते हैं, एंड इफ हम अप्लाई करें तो वी कैन टच द सक्सेस. एंड उनका विजन 2020 एक था, a dream for developed nation, a dream to make billion people smile and smile together. Like it's not important कि हम कितना earn करते हैं, हमारी qualification क्या है. That is important obviously because we are pursuing this huge course, so we can't say कि qualification important है. But yeah, what we earn is not that important. What's important is happiness, and eventually the smile is really very important. कि हम कोई भी situation में हमें smile करना नहीं भूलना चाहिए. So I would like to end my thing, and I would like my leader to conclude our topic. Over to you, leader.
Okay, thank you, Garvi. Okay, let me check whether you all guys are attentive or not. There was some technical glitch. So who is going to tell me that what were the 4 mistakes which Abdul Kalam was being a very identifiable or very important person he was? Okay, anyone?
Your voice is not clear yet.
Your voice is cracking. So can you repeat the question, please?
Okay, let me repeat myself. I am asking that can anyone tell me what were the 4 missiles in which Indian nation of that the APJ Abdul Kalam played a very important role?
Again, I could understand that you are asking what Abdul Kalam ji's
missiles. 4 missiles, na?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Prithvi, Trishul,